What is going on, guys? I hope you had an amazing weekend. So what I want to do right now is to show you the trade I took on EURUSD on Thursday, and this time I'm going to backtest the whole thing so you can see what I was looking at and what I was thinking in the moment. So before I started, let me show you my forecast on Thursday morning. So what I was looking at on Thursday is price to create some liquidity around this level, take it out, break a structure, and then enter to the downside. Same thing a little bit higher. And my third option was price to just keep falling down during London or New York session and isolate the liquidity by creating some internal liquidity, take it out, break of structure to the downside and enter here. So let's see. Let's start with the higher time frame. So obviously now you're going to see that the week is already completed. If you go back and watch my previous videos, you can see that I was already forecasting these levels to be taken out and price to tag this monthly bullish fair value gap. So we can see that there was a monthly structure level in here, which was tagged on actually Monday and then also on Wednesday. We also have a daily bearish fair value gap in here. So I already mentioned this to you guys. If you see that you have, let's say in this case, a daily, weekly bearish momentum, then you want to see daily, weekly levels to be tagged in, because this is confirming the order flow for you on the higher time frames. And if you have a daily, weekly order flow on the higher time frames, you want lower time frames to align with this vision. So for me, this is another sign what you can look for. If price raise the high and raise the low of the previous candle, that is always a continuation in your direction of the trend. So this was one positive with this trade. What you can see on the 1 hour chart, let's show you this SMT, the price. This is the DXY inverse chart. The price created a higher high. So we have an SMT for short on the 1 hour, and also the 1 hour has made a break of structure to the downside. So this is Wednesday. So let's just go actually to midnight. Let's turn on this. Asia session kicks in. So we already passed midnight. Okay, so what you can see here is Asia session is closed. So let's try to find our level. So what we can work with. So we're looking for shorts. We have an SMT. Wednesday is rated, Tuesday's highs and Tuesday's lows. We have this higher time frame level to tagged in, all good. So what we can see on the 4 hour is we have an inverse bearish fair value gap. Nothing else really. 1 hour. One more inverse fair value gap on the 1 hour. Nothing else really. Cool. So if you go on the 15-minute, at this time, what you can be thinking is, okay, this level is being tagged, so I either want this to be taken out, and then I'll trade it from there, or maybe just a London session to climb, and trade it from there. Or the third option could be the price will just keep falling, create an internal liquidity in here, take that out, and that means that this scenario will isolate any kind of liquidity. So you can work with this. It doesn't matter that you have equal highs in here. It does not matter, because price isolate these ones. So you can trade it that way. So let's see what happened. Okay, price started falling. Let's go on the 5-minute. Look for signs, liquidity there. Liquidity there again. See what I'm talking about? So it doesn't matter that we have equal highs there. It doesn't matter that you have a 4-hour inverse fair value gap. It does not matter. The daily and the weekly confirmed the bearish order flow. So you don't need to wait for these to be taken out. You have your signature. You have your signature. This is what I was drawing. So what levels you can work with at the moment? So let's see the 15-minute chart. You have inverse fair value gap there. 5-minute. I mean, you have more fair value gaps lower. So let's imagine you have a job and you definitely want to get tagged into this trade. So in that case, I would suggest you to enter from there, because on the 5-minute, you have a BPR there and you don't want the trade to go without you. First target, Wednesday's low. Second target, previous weekly low. And third target could be this monthly low, not to mention these ones. Obviously, we're just talking about one day. So London session is over. So you need to experience this yourself many times. I close trades after the London session is finished. Sometimes I keep them open. It is your discretion, really. This time I kept it open because I knew that there were some red folder news at 8:30, and I definitely don't want to be in a red folder news. I don't want to be in a trade. I usually close trades before 15-20 minutes before the red folder news, because that can just cause a lot of chop up, and I don't want to take a loss because of a red folder news. So this time I stayed in. So what we can say is 8. Let's just do this. So 8:30. Excuse me. So you want to close down the trade around that level. And I actually closed down the trade right there because the red folder news and this level, 8:15, was very, very close, and I didn't want to be in the trade anymore. And what you can see is I made the right decision, because price eventually took me out and continued into my direction. So maybe it was just a break-even trade. It just didn't want to fall down, but trust me, more often than not, these trades will play out because there is a clear thought process behind this. I follow the higher time frame. I wait for lower time frames to align with my vision. I had multiple options why I wanted this to fall. I had an SMT, Wednesday rated, Tuesday's high and Tuesday's low. I had a liquidity isolation there, break of structure, everything aligned. And you can see the price actually was keep falling. So even if it doesn't play out in your direction, but even if the trade doesn't play out, but it continues in your direction, your forecast was correct, this is a win. What you need to do is focus on the process. I don't give a fuck about any kind of, win or loss. I don't care. I only obsessively focus on the process of preparing, analyzing, entry, management, the whole process. I've got a step-by-step process I follow, and I obsessively focus and pay attention to those things. I don't care about the outcome, because if I obsessively focus on the process, then I'll be successful. And this is what I can tell you as well. Release your need of being right all the time. It doesn't matter. Just focus on the process, because these trades will play out and you'll be successful. I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace.